Johansson.
Hi.
How are you doing today? Good to see you.
Thanks.
Have a seat here. Just right here? Hands today.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Johansson, do you mind if I call you Andrew?
Call me Mr. Johansson.
Okay, Mr. Johansson. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So what brings you in here today? We're happy to have you.
Oh, well, thank you. You have a beautiful office.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm missing a tooth, a back tooth in my mouth, and I'm just wondering if there's any options to be able to fix it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Do you mind if I take a look?
I would love for you to take a look.
Okay, awesome. All right, Mr. Johansson, we're going to go ahead and take a look inside that mouth, okay?
Okay.
And you said it was a back tooth
Yeah, it's a back tooth.
on the upper or lower?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we'll take a look, all
All
right,
right.
Keith, okay?
Oh, yeah,
You are missing a molar back there.
Hi. Hi, yeah.
Mr. Johansson, so it looks like there is one spot in there that's missing a tooth.
Okay.
There are various options for replacing that spot, but
Okay.
I think with your case, an implant would be the best scenario.
Oh,
Absolutely.
an implant.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I think my wife got an implant once.
Oh, so you know a little bit about implants already.
A little bit, but
Okay.
tell me more.
Oh, absolutely. So the reason you would want that space filled, especially with an implant, is because your teeth move around all the time. And so if you have a space there that's not normally hitting other teeth,
Uh-huh.
and it's no longer there, all these teeth are kind of moving in, and you have all these upper teeth and lower teeth, they're kind of sliding into this space where there's no tooth there.
Oh, so it's kind of like Jenga.
Yeah,
I love Jenga.
it's like a tooth vortex, just sucking everything in.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so here I have a perfect diagram of what an implant is, just in case you don't know exactly what is in your wife's mouth.
That really helps me visualize what you're going to do in my mouth.
As this diagram shows, after the post is placed, between here and here is about a 4 to 6 month period.
Wow, 4 to 6 months?
Yeah, so we have to take that much time for the bone to heal and to get into the threads, and for all the
Oh.
tissues to heal around them.
Okay.
So after that point, 4 to 6 months again, we do this impression that we take to make the crown afterwards.
Yeah.
And so at that 4 to 6 months period, we'll do an abutment that screws into the top of the post there,
Okay.
and we'll take an impression with that. And then a few weeks later after that, we'll have a crown that will be specifically made for your mouth in that space. It'll fit just as fine as the tooth before.
Like a custom tooth.
It's a custom tooth for a custom guy.
Wow.
It's great. So Mr. Johansson, do you have any questions about that?
Well, I do have one question. You did say that you're going to be screwing a screw basically inside my bone. Is that going to be painful at all? Am I going to experience any pain? What's the healing time on that?
Right, so those are good things to be curious about. It is a surgical procedure, and so what we do is we get you in a state of numbness that you don't feel anything, and that can be through while you're awake, you won't be able to feel anything, or we can sedate you so you're basically kind of half asleep.
I'm pretty anxious. I might want the gas.
Okay, so maybe sedation would be the best option for you.
I think so.
Okay, so during that procedure, while you'd be sedated, we'd be performing the implant placement, and so that would involve basically drilling a series of holes into your jaw, like the image shows here, and then placing the final post into the jawbone.
Okay.
And like I mentioned before, the 4 to 6 month healing time is going to start once we have done that procedure and place the implant. So just the 4 to 6 month healing time, and then we'll do the impression and then get your crown made for you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. So Mr. Johansson, does everything sound good to you? Should we go ahead and get you scheduled for this appointment?
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad actually. Sounds like you're just gonna kind of cut my gums open, place a screw in there. It shouldn't be too painful. Hopefully, we'll use that gas like you were talking about before. I do
Absolutely.
get anxious at the dental office, and so anytime I see blades, I need some type of gas.
It's understandable.
So if we use that, I think we'll be okay. The healing time seems okay. Timeline seems okay, and no one can really see my back tooth, and so it doesn't seem like we're in too much of a hurry to replace it extremely fast.
Well, Mr. Johansson, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Dr. Farr. You've been so helpful. I really appreciate it. I've got an appointment I got to get to, and so I'm a busy man. I really do appreciate it. I have no questions. You explained everything very well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.